All good if her face is pretty, but I'm judging her hands and feet. Girl, nigga, I'm trendy. It's school days and it's assembly. Gang me, lent me the extendo. Said hold up, but it's just temporary. I'm so fucking raging.
I got back from nation. I put up my naughty says.
Alright, hello, welcome back to my channel. No, welcome back to my... Hey guys, welcome back. So today, what are we doing today? Today, we're just gonna go over a continuation trade that I took yesterday. And it's just simple as that. This one actually ended up happening fairly earlier in the day compared to the last trade I took. And it completely smashed. Nothing crazy. People tend to always feel like, you know, they ask me, how do you find these trades? How is it that we're watching the same thing, but then you're finding something else, I'm finding something different, and my trades are going the way they're supposed to be going, and your trades are not going the way they're supposed to be going? The only thing I can say is that patience is key. Patience is virtue. Patience in life. If you can't delay gratification, then you're never going to get anywhere. So you might as well start practicing that from now. There isn't ever going to be a point in time where something that's worth having is just going to come and land on your lap and it's just going to be happy days. That doesn't work like that. So delayed gratification is something that you all want to be practicing. If that's by trying to start up a business and persevering through the ups and downs, you know, I think the gym one is probably the best one. Keeping track of, you know, your progress, keeping track of what you're trying to achieve. You know, it's the little wins that really do matter, because, you know, after 4 years of trading, you know, there's been a lot of ups and downs in my trading journey, and I couldn't really, you know, I have to really credit all of my downfalls and all of the things I've had to overcome in the time that I've been trading. It's usually always the biggest challenges that are always going to be like the biggest lessons on your journey, and you know, you really need to just overcome them one by one. And really, you know, it really comes down to who can really stick to their word, because when you start something, you know, a lot of people can start anything, but not a lot of people actually end up finishing what they started. So if you can stick to what you've started and really stick by the hardships that you're probably going to be faced with day in and day out, then, you know, there's almost going to be nothing that is going to be able to stand between you and what you want. And eventually you're going to be able to have more freedom, more time to do all the things that you want to do. And it's going to all pay off. It's all going to pay off, but you need to be able to really practice delayed gratification. Like, I can't really explain it. It's really something that only you can understand and truly understand what it means to practice delayed gratification, like, by actually doing it. You can't say that, oh, Brian, I'm doing this, but this isn't working. Brian, I'm doing that, this isn't working. At the end of the day, if you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, then I don't understand really what type of conversation we're having. Like, I'm not, like, I can't micromanage you to do everything that you need to do throughout the day. I can't micromanage your trades. I can't micromanage you to wake up and take a trade and to exit a trade, you know, not to get greedy, all these things. I can't micromanage these things. So this is why, you know, we're going to go further deeper into that, and eventually on other videos, and really try and make some people understand that really I can't do nothing for you. Only you can do the work. Only you can put in the hours. Only you can have the vision and get to, you know, where you want to get to with what I am doing and what I can teach you. And honestly, there's so much that, you know, trading can honestly do for you. Trading can truly change your life. It can truly give you that life that you have been dreaming for, that life that you have continuously been seeking for. And I'm here to try help with that. So it's honestly, it's just as simple as that. But if you can't put in the work, then there's nothing that anyone can do for you, no matter who they are, no matter what they do, no matter, you know, literally how much money you pay me or you pay anyone else. if you can't put in the work, if you can't put in the hours, you can't put in tears, the blood, the sweat into your craft, then I can't, like, what are we trying to what's the true problem here? Is the problem money, or is the problem you? Because most people are blindsided by them, to themselves, to understanding that maybe they are the problem as to why they are not where they want to be. And, it's a vicious cycle. You need to be able to be self-conscious enough to understand that you are not perfect. You are not born into this world with just, the right attributes to become a millionaire or to become rich or to become wealthy. It doesn't work like that. You need to develop these skills over time with challenges. Challenges, like failure and challenges, are the only thing that are going to push you, and you need to be ready to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to be able to strive through all the weaknesses that you probably have right now. But as time goes by, they will get easier to handle as you stack up and accumulate all your failures and all your challenges, all the challenges that you overcome. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to be just recapping a GU trade again. This is the continuation trade that I was talking about on my last video. And yes, so let's just get into it. I'm just going to have to... Actually, I'm going to have to start recording. Yeah, I'm going to start recording. All right, cool. Hold up. So yeah, let me just put this here. Let's do this. Okay, so do that. Alright, cool. Is that one up? Yeah. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's start recording. Let's go. Okay, so what can we see here? What we can see here is we're on the 5-minute time frame actually right now. So let's just go to the daily, because some people find it hard to understand the direction of the market, when truly it's not really that hard. Stop thinking emotionally, start thinking objectively when you're trading. And yeah, so let's just put this to the side, close this. Okay, so what can we see here? For the most part, GU has been in an uptrend for quite some time. We can see that. Let's remove this. We don't need this right now. Maybe I'll talk about this another time. Okay, this thing is just... There we go. So, yeah, let's continue. So yeah, we're going to see an uptrend here, and yeah, can see an uptrend. So ideally, with a reaction like this, you do want to be following the trend. So the trend is your friend. You want to befriend that friend for the rest of your life where you're trading. So, we understand the trend is obviously, buyers are in control. We go down to the 4 hour. We'll see what's going on, what type of imbalances there are. At the moment, we can see that GU is actually going to probably end up reacting from this. But let's go into the 1 hour. So this is kind of the section I'm kind of focusing on. As you can tell, last time I took a trade was here, and it went fairly well. Another trade that was right here, and this is the one that actually we're going to be talking about today, on the 6th of June yesterday. And yeah, so what can we see here? We can obviously see a lower low, a new high, a recent high, a new lower high. Then we can obviously see that, this is the trade that we kind of actually execute on the 5th. We actually end up taking these highs out as liquidity. At this point now, we have Asian liquidity here, setting up here, then setting up here. And ideally, I would be looking to target these highs as the trade continues to go, as the market continues to go up. So at this point, I'm seeing also a trend line here. I'm not trying to make it too messy. So yeah, we can see, liquidity right here, a trend line probably appearing here. And so my point of interest at this point in time is over here. Or my main point of interest is really here, but I'm looking to see a reaction from here to then re-enter here, and then target these Asian highs. And truly, that's exactly what we ended up doing. At this point, I went into the 30-minute. I couldn't really see anything, clean here yet, as I am trying to enter from here. So I ended up going further down, because people say I can't see nothing, Brian. I can't see nothing on this. I can't see nothing in this area. What you told me is just not appearing. Maybe it's because you need to go further down, like on a low time frame. And if there's nothing there, then there's just nothing there. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to just would you like me just to put it on like on your chart? No, it doesn't work like that. So anyways, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's go in. So now, obviously, as you can tell, this is a prime example. As you can tell here, let's actually put it back here. So yeah, 30 minutes, can't see nothing around here. 15 minutes, what can you see? Can you see points of interest? No, not really. So we go down to the 5 minute. As I am currently looking to follow this trend and stick by the trend and not go against it. So, I am looking to see a reaction from right here. And that's exactly what we kind of end up doing. Well, exactly what we actually ended up doing. Because this is a trend line here. I would view this as liquidity, and I would also view this to the point where, liquidity, the market is going to do a reversal, but I don't know when. And so the fact that this trend line is apparently, well, it's visible on the higher time frames, there is bias that this liquidity is going to be taken out fairly quickly, as obviously there's a lot of buyers who are putting their stop losses right underneath these lows. So the market has initiative to be taking out all these buyers who are trying to long their positions to their take profits. So really, ideally, what I am trying to do at this point is trying to protect my capital. What you need to be doing is actually try to protect your capital. Yeah, and this is something that you're probably gonna, or I'll probably go over in another video. Eventually, I will end up doing like some type of bootcamp series. So stay tuned in for that. So here, what can we see? So my time at this point, what I was looking for is usually for the American session to start, and that's exactly what we ended up doing. We ended up waiting for the American session to start. We have the liquidity up here, staying up here. So we already have kind of our take profits already visible to us, and we're simply just trying to get an entry in. This model was also the same thing. It's also kind of the same compared to the last trade I also took, which was very nice. So what can we see here? We saw a sweep of liquidity. Also, all of this is just a reaction from the previous lower low around the area that I took a trade previously on. And as you can see, the market continuously repeats itself throughout. It has cycles actually, but it does repeat itself. But you just need to be able to distinguish what cycle you're in, because obviously different cycles give different setups, and different setups require you to strategize your entry and your exit differently. So at this point, my point of interest is here, right there. Oh, sorry, let's just do this. It's right there. And as you can see, the market targeted the 50% level perfectly, just the way I wanted it to target. So this is my fib. I do end up actually realigning it differently, but I don't want to go too far into that. Maybe I'll do that on another video. But yeah, so anyways, at this point, what can we see here? At this point, we have an impulse to the downside, taking out liquidity. Then we have now an impulse to the upside, breaking structure right here. Some people would have put their structure right here or up here, but ideally I was looking for a good solid structure to be broken, as that gives further confirmation that we're about to go further up. Then we got that as the market went up, collected, basically broke structure. Obviously now I am looking down on my POI, seeing how the market's coming back down to where we're trying to enter from. If the market is impulsively coming down too quick or too impulsively, I would have obviously taken off my limit and just not put on the trade. However, the market did it nicely, kind of we'd go into a distribution and then come down into my 50 level, and then it went up. Obviously this took some time. This, as you can see, the reason I do exaggerate on patience being virtues, because from where you can see, where is this? Sorry, my bad. Where's the pen? Right there. Okay, so from, as you can see, impulse to the upside, broke structure, collected liquidity. I also have my TPs up there. Market's coming back down impulsively at this point, but it ends up distributing for a bit and then coming down and touching my entry level. At this point, this is almost, we're talking about almost, literally almost, I was looking at the charts even earlier in this, but we were talking about almost 2 or 3 hours of waiting time to just enter a trade. Obviously, at this point, I am not just obsessively looking at my trade and thinking, I need to enter. No, I don't. I'm not doing that. I'm not looking at my trade thinking I need to enter. Like, if no trade comes up, then no trade comes up. That's not, it's nothing important. It's fine. Doesn't matter, because there's always, how many days of the year do we have to take a trade? Many more days. So if sometimes sometimes just, a trade setup just doesn't align with your confirmations, then there's no need to try to force the trade. You just leave it alone. Just step away from the trade, go do something, go touch some grass, go do something, go hang out with your friends, go hang out with somebody, I don't know. Just don't be looking at the screen all day thinking that, I need to take this trade, because sometimes nothing's there. You're just becoming kind of delusional. You're just thinking too much, overthinking it, trying to make it more complicated than it is. It's really not complicated. That complex. But yes, anyways, the market cap ended up reversing back to enter us in, and we always leave some space for spread. If you guys don't know that, maybe go on babypips.com. I'm not going to really explain that. It's just simple things. I don't know. I think that everyone should probably go on babypips if they're trying to get started with trading. But anyways, the market obviously ended up actually going very hard, basically ended up taking out this Asian high. However, I was not trying to leave this trade throughout the night. Usually I do not leave my trades overnight, not over the weekend. So it's obviously something that I was just not, ready to do. It's just it's not really part of my trading plan. So I stick to my trading plan, and stay disciplined to that. So anyways, you know, really these Asian highs would have been something that I would have targeted. However, they weren't. They ended up just not being, you know, on my side, because, you know, I'm not going to stay overnight looking at the chart all night. Some people can look at the chart all night for 24 hours. Don't do that. Like, literally just don't do that. Just stop obsessing. Like, do you need to really ask yourself if you have a gambling addiction? I mean, like, are you a gambling addict? Do you have an addiction? Who knows? Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Maybe you probably need to self-reflect on that. If you are staying overnight just looking at the charts. But, you know, for me, I was happy with taking a 1 to 3. Simply because that afternoon I was actually quite busy with something else, and I had to be somewhere. So a 1 to 3 was something I actually ended up closing off. In this situation, what can we learn from this? Obviously, what we can learn from this is that there was a lot of money left on the table. There was a lot of money that could have been taken just for this one simple trade. Because if we just simply look at how high this ended up going, let's just do this. Let's give it time, let it do its thing. Okay, look. And then it's done exactly what I expected it to do, to think like this. I go to under here, but look, so if we would have actually waited for this Asian high to be taken out, this would have been around a 1 to 6. That's all nice, and I ended up leaving obviously 50% on the table, but that's fine, because in some cases, you know, just because if I would have actually left this running and taken that Asian high out, that would have been because I broke my rules. Just because you make money on the markets, sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that you took a good trade. It doesn't mean that you did what you were supposed to do. It doesn't mean that you stuck to your plan. It doesn't mean that anything. It doesn't mean literally anything. Don't indulge into your ego and boost yourself up, thinking that, oh, now I am, you know, I'm the shit. No, it doesn't work like that. So, you know, honestly, sometimes you need to leave money on the market or on the table to be able to protect your psychology, which is something more deeper, which is, I mean, it's probably back to recording. Anyways, okay, so, you know, just because you leave money on the table, I mean, you leave money on the table doesn't mean that you're a bad trader. It just means that you're not greedy. It means that you're actually trying to protect your psychology and trying to do the right thing. You know, you have to do the right thing. So you have to really stick to your plan and stick to what you're trying to execute, because if you don't execute it, well, it's most likely because you've broken something and you know, you're probably not doing something right, and that's why I'm here to help you. But after, you know, with that being said, you know, that's really everything that, you know, that happened. Nothing, you know, just another day. You know, a 1 to 3. You know, nothing crazy like a 1 to 75, like some people are trying to achieve. But yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys on another video, and you know, let me give me feedback. I don't know, and yeah, peace.